I gotta say, I think marriage really gets a bad rap, or at least is really misunderstood. At least for me, as someone who's a Gen Xer, cusp of millennial, married to a millennial. And my parents are still married. They've been married like 50 years. Maybe that's why I'm so confused. But I didn't realize what a magical thing it was and how different it was than just a committed relationship. It's amazing. And I see why my mom used to say marriage is great if it's with the right person, because it is a blast and really magical and cool, the evolution of the relationship. But I think one reason marriage gets a bad rap is we're not adequately prepared for it. The first few years are tough. And I think we kind of mess it up with living together, because we live together first to like try it out. But then when you get married, things change. They just do. There's something about it in this commitment. But you've already set up your lives together. My hubby and I didn't live together before we got married. And I'd lived with partners before, and it just isn't a good setup. And it was so cool this time, even though we lived with our parents, it didn't look good on paper, but it kept us from living together beforehand. We got married right away, and then so we moved in together, we got married, and we got married on a mountaintop. And it was very interesting to work out all the details of living together while being in your early marriage. When you live together beforehand, you work all that stuff out, and the marriage is like a party you plan. In this case, marriage wasn't about the party. It was about, oh my God, we're starting a life together. We're moving in, we're getting a house, we've got to decorate. We have no idea. What do we cook? What do we do? Who are we together? And who are we alone, really? Because we'd also been part of family units and bigger sort of ranches and, homesteads where there was, just a whole household that's happening. It's a little bit different than a normal house. So, animals to feed and gardens and, different things happening. So we got to figure out who we were individually and as a married couple. And so that made it really exciting. Also very challenging, because you're taking two people and you're molding together. And there's a lot in that. There's a lot, you don't know about each other, but when you're married, there's a different level of commitment to it. And it's like, well, whatever shows up, we're just going to figure it out. And that's where now, a year and a half in, I'm like, okay. And it's been hard. It's been a hard year, but we're about to go on our honeymoon with Abraham Hicks. So we're going to get this huge injection of positive energy. We're about to have like a little wedding reception. So we married ourselves behind a mountaintop. And before we go on our honeymoon, we're going to have a little party. Justin's going to meet a lot of my family down in Florida, see some friends. And before we jump on a giant boat and go 10 days around the Caribbean. So we'll take you with us. And I'm really excited to spend a week with Abraham with that. Just, gesticulating, simmering, something like that, in that energy of Abraham and that really high level vibration, and learn a little bit more, I think. And I'll see the last few months as serious preparation for being able to experience Abraham and that vibrational shift in a new way. You have to shift your vibrational beliefs. You're vibrational. You have to shift your foundational beliefs in order to really start living this stuff to get the results. And that is a process. I can tell you that from just walking through it. So anyway, I just want to say what a gift marriage has been in my life and continues to be. I'm so excited to take a honeymoon now, a year and a half after being married, because I don't know, I feel like it would be tough to have that on the front side, because then you have this like really exciting thing and then you get to the nitty gritty and build your life together. I really love that we've been building our life and going through a lot of nitty gritty, and now we're going to go celebrate us. We have a different level of, I think, confidence and knowing in who we are as a couple, and that's just emerging. That's new, but I'm excited to take that with us on this big adventure. And I do want to talk a little bit more about that, because I do think marriage is really misunderstood, and I think it's something that's kind of been a little bit hijacked by different religions or belief systems and sort of demonized or, pedestaled. Or I think we need to get back to how it really, like, just practicality, how it serves us in our lives and what it does for our happiness level and our level of meaning and our relationships. And it's sort of become this whole legal religious rigmarole, and that's really not what it's about. It's really about a spiritual joining with another person, a commitment to do life together and have fun and take care of each other. And when you do that with a person who's fully committed back to you in the same way that you're giving out, it creates a stronger foundation for life and sort of this team effort energy that's just, it's delicious and delightful. Do recommend, really, 5 stars. And I will say I used to be really resistant to love and marriage for a while. So if it makes you want to vomit, I get that. I was there for a while, but I'm going to enjoy being in this energy too. So feel free to get out your vomit bags, but we're going to celebrate love and marriage here a little bit, starting in about 2 weeks. I mean, it's already starting, but still. Anyway, that's my thought on that.